I don't run a dojo. I have students who do, but I don't run a dojo. Instead, I teach certain classes a month. These are special classes that people pay for and come and train. We call them MasterClass for, I guess, obvious reasons. And I let the subscribers on my website know, not YouTube subscribers, but the subscribers on my website, kjk-karate.com, I let them know when I'm doing any kind of training anywhere. So if they want, they can come and attend wherever that is, just whatever. And I got an email today, someone wanting to come, where is it? And, you know, I'd really like to be there. And then these words, you know, I've learned so much in the last few months from your website. After 28 years in the martial arts, I can't wait to meet you in person. I get called Yoda a lot. I was told just recently that a class with me was like being in a class with a postdoctorate professor, you know, like just way up there. You know, it's really difficult sometimes to not buy that stuff and believe it. I'm not saying that I'm not a well-trained practitioner, incredibly lucky to have had some tremendous teachers, smart enough to actually do what they told me to do, you know, because a lot of people learn it and they just don't do it. And to actually do what I was told to do, and dedicated enough to train and keep training and keep training. But, you know, I'm not like great or anything. I figured that out years and years ago. I remember meeting some of the Japanese instructors, and before you meet them, these masters who everyone talks about, you have an idea of what they're like. And then it turns out they're just ordinary men. You know, the ones I met, they were just ordinary men. They weren't godlike. They weren't gurus. They weren't the kind of people who were like, yes, you should worship me. They were just ordinary men. They had varying degrees of ego. Some were egotistical, some were not. I really loved Nakayama Masatoshi. He was funny. Because I grew up in Minnesota, and I remember him coming to the dojo in Minnesota in the middle of winter. And I can remember walking up the steps. The dojo was on the 3rd floor of a building in downtown Minneapolis, walking up the steps, and there was Sensei Nakayama, Master Nakayama, right? 8th Dan, the highest ranked guy, period, sitting in a chair wearing a sweatshirt and going, oh, it's so cold. It just cracked me up. I remember that that sort of just gentle humanity about him. There was nothing special about him, and he didn't convey airs. And we were all walking around going, oos, 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 but he was like, you know, just totally casual. And others who were just waiting in the glory, you know, bow to me, treat me well. Have you met that kind of martial artist, the one who insists on being called master? Call me master. I am Shihan or Soke or whatever that is, you know, and they just insist on that. I mean, yes, people call people master and Soke and Shihan and all these terms, you just throw them around like, I don't know, like crazy, but the insistence on that sort of level of respect, I don't get that. But I do understand how, if you're in my kind of position where you've been just really lucky and you've learned so much over the years from so many great people and had, you know, like maybe one of the world's most significant teachers. I mean, Sensei Doman has literally changed the face of the martial arts, and so when I can go talk to people anywhere and they feel like white belts. My friend Dusty Seal and I have a saying that goes, it's not that we're great, it's just that everyone else really sucks. But here's what that means, we're just lucky. We're the lucky ones. We're not superior human beings. We're not glorious, you know, I can levitate and, you know, whatever martial artists. Even the stuff that we do that seems like almost supernatural isn't. There are people that do, I mean, when we do, for example, we practice pushing or pulling without physical contact. My wife does it better than me. She's no martial artist. She just, you know, she learned energy work in a healing context. She does it better than I do. I'm supposed to be the, you know, but I'm not. Just an ordinary guy. I feel as ordinary as anybody else, and I don't. I find sometimes that I have to be careful not to believe the advertising. You know, even the advertising that I have to put out on a seminar, I have to put Grandmaster Chris Thomas. You know, I have to put that out there because that seems to be what people want. But I just can't do that in myself. I can't accept that. I can't believe that for myself. I have to just say, I have to say what I like to say when I'm teaching in France, because I like to practice speaking my French, which I don't speak well, but I like to practice. Je suis simplement un homme. Je suis simplement un étudiant. Aujourd'hui, vous et moi, étudions ensemble. Yeah. Yeah. We learn together. Come and be a student with us. I'm Chris Thomas. These are some reflections from the MasterClass. Thanks for watching. Now go train.